class, and even in the Linux environment, the very important server. What is meant by web servers generally? A web server is a network service that serves content to a client over the web. That means web pages. Generally, you want to host any web pages or any websites, definitely one web server is required. Even Java developers or .NET developers or any developer want to host web page, one web server is required. Most of the Microsoft people uses IIS Internet Information Service, and Java people to use many people Apache or Tomcat. Apache HTTP or Tomcat web servers, or nowadays even Nginx web server also famous. But overall, any web server responsibility to hosting web pages. And web server also known as HTTP servers. So they use the hypertext transfer protocol. So the popular web servers are Apache HTTP server, Apache Tomcat, Microsoft IIS server, and Nginx server. But Red Hat recommends, in the Linux administration lectures, we are recommended Apache HTTPD server. So now we are going to discuss Apache HTTP server. Even Red Hat also recommends Apache HTTP server. So why Apache? Apache is an open source web server developed by the Apache Software Foundation. So this is very solid and stable web server that has been around for years. And Apache also provides an option to use the SSL protocol to making websites safe and secure. So generally every website running with http://www.ashokit.com or any other things. But when the website requires more secure, then people to enable HTTPS. That's why banking sectors, e-commerce applications, websites, and everything running with HTTPS. That is called what? That extra layer. S is the security, secure socket layer. But in this lecture, we are going to discuss HTTP web server. Okay, before building HTTP web pages, HTTP web server. So let me discuss the pre-configuration. What are the main configuration files for the server? So guys, the package name is HTTPD and the document root location is /var/www/html. Your web pages will keep it in the var www HTML location. But you want to change the server configuration /etc/httpd/conf/httpd.conf is the main configuration file. And auxiliary directory means it is a major directory. Within this directory, mostly files are available. But by default, Apache loads welcome.conf file. This is the default web page. And web page modules location is usr lib64 httpd/modules. And any log file location. So var log httpd for the httpd web server log. But in that case, we have two logs. One is access log, another one is error log. One is the what? Access log, another one is error log. So access log maintain the system, I mean who are visiting the what websites, and error log maintain the server up and running and downtime and stop time and everything. And then the HTTPD is a daemon name or service name for starting and stopping your server. But as usual, the port number 80 for the HTTP. In case you want to get HTTPS or SSL, 443, Secure Socket Layer Protocol 443. But here we are going to discuss HTTP 80. Okay, now let me start installation and configuration of HTTP server. First, I want to log in my Linux server. So this is my server now. In the server, okay. So first, everyone install HTTPD package. So first install HTTPD package. So now it's being to installing HTTPD package. Now the package is successfully installed. How do you know that? RPM-Q HTTPD or RPM query space HTTPD, and which version is installed HTTPD-V. So right now the Apache 2.4 version is running. Remember everyone, the earlier edition is 2.2, but Apache the latest edition is 2.4. Okay, here also we have installed 2.4 Apache HTTPD. Now what I am saying, I want to start the what my HTTPD server, systemctl start HTTPD and systemctl enable HTTPD to make service persistent. And now to check the what status of the server here. Okay, right now the server is active. I mean it's a running. Then the server right now listening on port number 80. So here is the word port 80 is listening. So how do you know that? You will confirm with netstat command with pintl. So now it's listening HTTPD 80 port number. Okay. So once service is started, and another important point, your system IP address, this is 192.168.10.254 is my server address. And even my computer fully qualified domain name is server.example.com. But you want to map host name to domain name, I mean domain name to IP address or IP address to domain name, you must keep under /etc host file. The host file maintain mapping information about your IP to domain or domain name to IP. So right now here already address is there 192.168.10.254. Then same my computer name is server.example.com, and even the computer name only server. But guys, this domain is just example only, and even this IP address is not public. But you want to access the website outside of the network, I mean publicly you want to access it. So first you will provide the what your registered domain name address here, and also we need to add the what your public IP address. But this is not public IP, this is not my public domain name. So that's why we will verify the what output within the computer only. But you want to access the what output outside of the network, then here we need to add the what your public IP address and public domain name. Then it will work perfect. Okay, now save the file. And the next important thing, go to web browser, and in the web browser type your computer IP address, or instead of IP type the what your domain name. What is my computer IP address? 192.168.10.254. So by default, your system loads Red Hat Enterprise Linux test phase. So I mean, once web server is started, so web server to load the default web page of test phase. And even instead of IP, you can type the word your domain name server.example.com. So now even server with example.com also working perfect. I mean, instead of IP, type the what your domain names. When the domain is public, then people to access the word outside of the network. Publicly, they will access it. But this domain is just example only. So that's why we are accessing within the computer only. And now here see the message is for the system administrator, you want to add some content in the directory. By default, where www HTML is the location. I mean, the web server will load by default. It is a where www HTML location. In this location, it's completely an empty. But when this location is an empty, then Apache loads /etc httpd /conf.d is the welcome.conf file. I mean, by default, Apache loads welcome.conf file. When this file will be loaded, if the document root location where www HTML is an empty, this location is an empty, then Apache loads welcome.conf file. Okay, let me try. So I want to create a one web page in the location of where www HTML. For example, I want to create the page name is index.html. Let me write the what some code related to HTML. But who will write a code? The responsibility goes to developers only. But here I will write the what one example for loading the what web page. In the index.html, let me write. I want to open the what HTML and I want to write the what body busy color equal to and red, and it will load the what text color equal to and blue. And I want to scroll the what some content with marquee, and I want to write the what header format. So I want to like scroll the content of welcome to, it is a Linux. So welcome to Linux is the message. So let me close my header one and let me close even my marquee. Okay, marquee. Is it correct? Marquee spelling M-A or Q-U-E? Marquee, I think. Okay, marquee. So close the what marquee and then close the body and close the word HTML. Okay, so this is the what one sample page. Okay, and save the file. So the page is ready. The page is available in the location of where www.html, page name index.html. But now this location is not an empty. If the location not an empty, then Apache loads the what your custom page. See this, welcome to Linux. It's not scrolling. I mean, spelling mistake of marquee. Marquee. Make it in double marquee to save the file. So now refresh the page. Okay. So this is the what page loading. I mean, you want to load the page very properly, and developers will design the what good web pages here. Okay. So what I'm saying here, when this location is an empty, Apache loads test page. But if you keep your custom content in the location, then Apache redirect to in the location of where www HTML index.html. Then where is the log files of this Apache HTTP? By default, the logs are where log HTTPD. Under HTTPD, we have two logs. What are the two logs? access log is there, and error log is there. And already some logs are here. I want to delete all. So now by default, we have two logs here. One is access log and another one is error log. By default, two logs only, access log and error log. But access log file maintain who are visiting the what website. So right now, the website is visited by 192.168.10.254 system at 4th date September 2024 at 8:19 time. But what time your server has started, that is called what error log file maintain. So your server up and running time details. For example, in the tail icon, you have continuously to open the file of the error log. Here see last 10 lines. So your server shutting down gracefully at this time. In the August 30. But again, your server has started and this time today. So let me open in another terminal. See this. I will tell you something here. How logs are created, how people will troubleshoot the what systems in the environment. So another terminal here. This is the one terminal. If I stop the what systemctl, stop httpd. If I stop the server, what happens? See, the log will be created here. Enter. See that the log has created and now shutting down gracefully. At what time? 8:25. But now try to refresh your web page. It's not working because the server has down. But again, if I start the what my server, so now here the logs are created, even your system also running perfect. So this is the proper way in the environment. The real professionals, how to troubleshoot the server space. They will open the log file in the one terminal and they will troubleshoot the what in another terminal. So if you run the commands and verify the logs here, run the command, verify the logs here. Once everything seems fine, then people will closing the what troubleshoot and open the what applications. So generally, troubleshooting means this is the proper way. Now let me close this. And now here. And now the next important thing, web server supports virtual hosting. Web server supports virtual hosting. So what is mean by virtual hosting? Apache can also be used to host multiple websites at a single time using its virtual host feature. So you want to host multiple websites per an IP address, per an name, or per an system or anything. Virtual hosting is the good idea. So Apache HTTP servers built in virtual hosting allows the server to provide different information based on which IP address, host names, or port is being requested. So you want to host multiple websites per an IP address, then I will show you here how to host a website. Okay, in this location, in the var www HTML, one page is there, then people like looking like this. But sir, I want to host multiple customers' websites in the web server. So I have a like one customer, SysGigs. I have another customer, Municipal Corporation. I have another customer, Cricketer. So I want to host all customer websites. So how to host multiple websites? So then we will use virtual hosting concept. So what exactly, where to change it? See that. Majorly, the main configuration file is etc httpd /con/httpd.conf is the major configuration file for the web server. So in this configuration, so listen everyone, see that the server will load by default in the etc httpd and server document. See the server right now listening on port number 80. So you want to change the port number. Here we can change the what listening port number. And even the server by default running with username is Apache and group name also Apache. By default, web servers running with Apache user and group name. And who is the server admin? The currently the local computer root at the rate localhost. And now, what is your document root location? So by default, document root location is /var /ww html. That's why Apache loads in this location index.html page. Okay, you want to keep the word document root location is OPT, then change the word location here OPT. Then Apache will loads default under OPT location. So everything is here. I mean, all details are in the main configuration file. So error log file, access log file, all logs are recorded. Okay, so now let me write something in the configuration file. So for example, I want to write the configuration. For example, I have two customers, guys. Generally, one customer is sysgigs. I mean, one customer running the online YouTube channel. So they want to maintain the one website. Or another customer is there. For example, the Hyderabad GHMC Municipal Corporation. I want to maintain these two websites actually. These two customers' websites. So how to maintain the multiple customer websites? Okay. So I have a existing configuration. So let me copy the complete configuration about your hosting. So now here, let me paste the configuration. So remember everyone, the first you want to host your website, first open the website with virtual host and close the same virtual host. And within the virtual host, you will write the something. I mean, the keywords are required. And even this website running with port number 80. Okay. What is your server admin? The server admin is, okay, right now this computer root at the rate server.example.com. My computer name is the server.example.com. Then what about your document root? Okay, the document root is by default var www html, but within the HTML location, let me keep, I want to host sysgigs customer website. So later I will create sysgigs folder name in the location. Within this folder, I will keep the word all web pages in the sysgigs. And now how people to access the website? I mean, everyone will reach www.sysgigs.com is the website name. I mean, domain name. But you want to access the website with this domain, definitely public domain name is required. But I have written here one sample domain name only. It is not public registered domain name. And now you want to create your logs, then every log with name sysgigs. Then only I will identify, okay, these logs are related to sysgigs website. So same way, here it is called error logs also related to sysgigs. But within this folder, if you write multiple pages, but by default, the home page name is index.html. I mean, the directory index indication, it will collect the home page with name index.html. That's why in every website, the first page is index.html. Okay, so this index.html page, you will keep it in the sysgigs folder. So this is the one customer website. Okay, let me write. In that case, these are the all are commented. Okay, I want to write, this is sysgigs customer website. So sysgigs customer website. So same way, I want to host another website. Let me copy and paste the below options. I mean here, paste it. Okay, so now this website related to, I mean this website is, my customer is JHMC website, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation customer. So again, for this customer, I want to create one folder. JHMC folder. But this folder, I mean this website, people running with what registered website name is JHMC. But logs are created with GHMC. And here the log running with what? GHMC access log. But within the page, again, index.html. So just assume, for example, I have two customers. Okay, so the two customers websites are here. In case you want to host another customer website, same way we can copy paste. But now, what is my next plan? I want to create a sysgigs folder, GHMC folder in the location of var www.html. So let me go the location of var www.html. In this location, I want to create two folders. One is sysgigs and another one is GHMC. So I have to create two folders. But within the sysgigs folder, again, we need to create one file. What is the file name? Index.html. But I will make it directly echo. Okay, this is, let me write simply, this is sysgigs website. So I want to print sysgigs website in the location of index.html file. So now we are creating the one file in the location index.html. Okay, I have created one sample file. Simple. You know how to write a code, then we can use the writing code also. And the next important thing, I want to create a even the another folder under GHMC. I want to print the messages. This is GHMC website. Okay, this is GHMC website. Then what to do? It is called what? Under index.html file. So now even in the index.html file, everything is fine. So now we have created two folders in the location of var www.html and like this. But I have created only simple pages. But you know the development and people will create the multiple pages, but you know how to interlink the pages and one to one another and another to one. But ultimately the system will load index.html file first page. From that page, the remaining pages are linked. But that is a common, that responsibility goes to developers only. Fine. This is the next requirement, how to create your pages. After creating pages, then the another important point, you must open under etc host file. In the host file, I want to run the website with the same IP address, but with different domain names. Okay, the domain name is people to run sysgigs.com and even people to run on the same IP address www. It is called ghmc.com. So like that, even you have any registered IP address, I mean this website want to run separate IP address, then you can write the different IP address. Some people will maintain the multiple websites on the same IP, or you have your money, then purchase the multiple IP addresses publicly and multiple domain names, then add here. Then save the file, and now how to verify the syntax errors. So the syntax errors in the configuration, Apache CTL config test is the good command. This command will help you to verifying the syntax errors. So syntax is okay. In case any mistake in the configuration file, I mean, for example, I want to write something in the for example, dot unexpected. Then if I run this file and verify the config test, see this in the line number 362. So invalid command data. So everything is highlighted. So that's why be careful while verifying the what commands, and all keywords are important. So now the configuration, how to test it, this is the command. And how to reload the configuration, Apache CTL graceful is the command. I mean, no need to run system CTL again, restart HTTP. Simply you want to reload the configuration, Apache CTL graceful. Perfect. So everything is okay. Now let me try my two websites, www.jhmc.com. I mean, it's running with port 80 actually, jhmc.com. So now this is jhmc website. So I want to run www.sysgigs.com. Then if I enter, so this is sysgigs website. So like that, people to access the what website. So you want to host any website, this is the what process. But these related logs, I mean, again, in the where log, HTTPD location, see that jhmc.com log is created and sysgigs.com logs are created. I mean, easily to identify, okay, these two logs, JHMC website related, these two logs are sysgigs.com related websites. Okay, this is the what another important point. But you want to host any website with a particular IP address. So particular IP address means, sir, I have registered one IP address. So I want to run generally this sysgigs website with one IP address. So after purchasing IP, for example, 192.168.10.20, I have a IP. Then people what to do? Just write the word IP address here and then add the what your details here. Then what happened? This sysgigs.com website running with 192.168.10.20 IP address. The same IP address you will update in the location of etc host file. So generally, if you want to host any website with particular IPs, here we can change it. Okay. Now, star means the IP is whatever it may be based on the host file, but it's running with port number 80. Fine. And you want to run the website with different port numbers. Okay. I want to run, okay, GHMC website with port number 80 or port number 80,000. Sir, I want to run the what website with 8090. Or I want to run with port number 2024 year. Okay, so now where to change the port number? Here we can change the port number and also the port running with one keyword with the name listen. Listen is the keyword to listening the what port number. So now this website running with 2024 port number, but that port number, how to listen it? The keyword name is listen 2024. So now the system directly won't access www.ghmc.com. This one is running with ghmc.com/port 2024 only. So now let me test it. And the listen keyword is outside of the virtual host only, and don't write the word listen keyword in the inside the virtual host. So let me save and verify the syntax errors first as usual. Perfect and even graceful, it is also fine. Then in the website, and just now the website is running with jhmc.com, but if I run port number 800 for example, so what happened? It's not running. Actually this jhmc website running with 2024 port number. So now if I enter, see this, the website is available with port number 2024. So you want to run the websites with unreserved port numbers. So how to call the port numbers means this is the way. So for security reason, people are running with different port numbers in the environment. And next, the another important point. Sometimes people to make website safe and secure. I mean, we need to provide website authentication and authorization. So sometimes when you are trying to access the website, it is asking username and password. Even in general in the real environment, when the people are trying to access the what HR portal website, is asking what usernames and passwords. Then how to set up username and password for the websites, I mean web page. So another beauty here, even in the same configuration file, okay, I want to make it this website safe and secure. I mean which website? SysGeek's website. For this, we need to create some lines. I mean, we need to create some lines and you need to add the word something in the what website. So now where is the website actually? So the website information is under /var www HTML location. We have two websites are there, GHMC and SysGeeks. But I want to protect the what website of SysGeeks. So that's why go for the what first SysGeeks website. Under SysGeeks website, so here we can create a what one file with name dot ht access dot ht access. I mean this is the what hypertext access file, hypertext access file. So generally what is the purpose of this dot ht access? Dot ht access stands for hypertext access. This is the default name of the Apache directory level configuration file. So this file can be used to create security restrictions for particular directories. So within the folder, just we need to add the word something. We need to add the word details. I mean, it is about one hidden file because .ht means hidden file. In the ht access, add the content first. What is the content here? So first one is auth type is the keyword. I mean this authentication is basic authentication. And auth name indication is, so while accessing website, so it will show it is a this website is a restricted area, only authorized people are allowed. So now only particular people are allowed, only restricted, this is restricted area is the what statement on the screen. Then the next line is auth user file. I mean where to save your username and password. So I want to save the what user and password in the location of /etc httpd/con.ht password is the file name. I mean within this file, I will create a one file. So that file name is .ht password. And here two keywords are required. I mean generally the major keyword is require valid user. That meaning is any web user is valid. And require valid user means any web user is valid. But some people to write require user is username. In case if I write the keyword here, then only this website username is Sachin only. That meaning is only Sachin user is valid to access this website. But if you write valid user, any web user is valid. Remember this point. That's why it is a commented. Either we can use this keyword or this keyword. Only particular user is only valid for this website, then require user. Or any user is valid, require only. Okay. So now let me create a user and add the word password. So how to create a user? So now let me save this file. And then first I want to create a user. User add. The username is, okay, I want to add the username. The username is web user myself. Okay, web user. Then how to set up the password? The completely command name is htpasswd -c. Then where to create a password? In the location of /etc httpd. Then username is web user. The username is web user. Okay. And then if I enter, so now what is the password? Okay, let me add 1234 and 1234. So adding password per user, web user is success. Then where is the password? The password is by default in the etc httpd/con and then it is a ht passwd. So the username and password is saved in this file. Perfect. So now we have successfully created. Then what to do? Again, configuration tests, systemctl config test and systemctl graceful command. Graceful command. Okay, everything is okay. Then let me go. The website name is www.sysgigs www.sysgigs.com. If I enter, so directly this Sysgigs website is opened. I mean, something is required here. I mean, another configuration is required. Okay, under HTTPD configuration file, you need to add another line. I mean, which website you want to protect it. So that's why, again, in the configuration file, under etc httpd/card httpd.configuration file, I want to protect this virtual host and below the virtual host because sysgigs I want to protect it. So paste the lines. I mean, open the directory. So which directory you want to open? I mean, I want to protect sysgigs website. Okay, I think these options we need to add inside the virtual host. Okay, let me test. What about the config test? Okay, syntax okay, and graceful also okay. And let me do in the website again sysgigs.com. Okay, it is not https, it is www.sysgigs.com. Perfect. So now it is asking username and password. So what is the username? The username is web user and type the word password. Even if you write the wrong password, not accepted. Just give the word the correct user. I mean, the username is web user and password is 1234. So this is the way to managing the what? User authentication and authorization. So once again, so first important thing in the user authentication and authorization, first we need to create a one .htaccess file in the location of website folder. What is the file of the .htaccess? This is the information, 4 keywords, and then even in the configuration file of /etc httpd/con httpd.con, we need to write the word something in the file. I mean, open the word directory, which directory you want to protect it. So just open this file and close the word directory section. Okay, allow override auth config file. So that auth config file we have specified in the .access. Okay, that is called what? Auth config file, auth user file. So after that, you will go for the what? Systemctl, Apache CTL config test and Apache CTL. It is called what? Graceful. Then try to access the what website and add the username and password. So this is the way to managing websites in the environment. But everything it will open even outside of the network also. But you must have the public IP address of your computer and public domain of name of your host name. When this host name is public, when this IP address is public, then you will access that. But you want to test it, then go for the what AWS EC2 instances because host name and IP addresses are public by default in the AWS cloud. So you will test it the same information on EC2 instances. But you want to maintain one website, you want to maintain the what website with free 1 year because even AWS instances are almost 1 year free trial. So you want to maintain your company domains or your own business domains, then better we can make it one EC2 server, and within the server, so just install and configure the what these kind of web servers, and we need the what only website content. Maybe you are the developer and create a what one website and keep it the what like this. Then definitely your website is hosted. So this is the proper way. I mean how to maintaining the what websites in the real environment. Is it clear, everyone? What is the website information? How to configure the websites? So please ask me if you have any queries.
Sir, one question.
Uh,
When we purchase a domain, for that the IP address is like we mention that IP address or it is given as
we
public
again
address.
we need to purchase the what public domains and public IP address also. Here my computer running with one sample IP address and one private domain and private IP. That's why within the computer only it's working. But when the IP address is public, when the domain name is public, registered domain, then definitely you can access your website from anywhere.
Okay, that domain with IP address we have to
Both
mention
are
in the.
yeah, both are public.
Okay, we will write that IP address, public IP address under host file.
Right. In the etc host file, you can write the word public IP address and public domain.
Okay.
Next.
Sir, you showed us how to secure web server.
Hmm.
It was about the web server security, or if you want to secure
It is
particular
not
content.
web server security. It is a security of website. I mean, you want to make it as website as secure. I mean, that page as secure, then we can protect the what username and password.
So every time a new user visit the website, would he be prompted to enter username and password? I mean,
Correct.
what
Because
you showed.
you don't want any username and password. I told you first process. You want username and password, then only it's required.
Okay, so for securing a particular content area of the
Uh,
website, we will use that
then
feature.
that is very good idea.
Okay. And another one, while showing the PDF, you showed us that port number 80 has to be enabled, and sometimes we use the SSL certificate also, na sir, here.
Right. So that is the advanced concept. It is not a part of Linux admin, but you want SSL certificates, then create certificate and attach it, and definitely your website's running with HTTPS then.
Okay. So there is a kind request for you, sir. If you could show how to install PHP myadmin, PHP and PHP myadmin here, and SSLs, how to configure the SSL one.
So that is
Then it
the big process again. Okay.
So only theoretical, if you can show us the SSL.
No. So that is actually we are configured LAMP servers in the environment. So web servers and MySQL database creation first. Okay.
Because we used to have
PHP
configure
application is
OS.
required, MySQL database is required, and even Linux server is okay, it's fine, and Apache. These two for combination, people will get the word. It is called what developer environment. That is called what LAMP server configurations in the environment.
Sir, if you could show that one, that would be much more fruitful to me.
It is not like 1 minute or 2 minutes concept.
Maybe it can take a single class.
It is very no. So out of the course, I don't want. I mean, I don't take. So because we have based on knowledge this, you will go for it. I mean, everything already you know that how to installing the packages and everything. So then go for the Google, how to configure the what LAMP servers. So multiple websites available based on the documentation, and go it and install it and verify the what websites. And even in the AWS environment, so LAMP servers are there with alpha of elastic beanstalk concept. LAMP stacks are there. Okay, multiple environment. Even or you can go for the what light sail concept. Sample lamp servers are there.
And another topic was here, sir. I think it may be covered or not. I do not know. Is it in the course or not?
Okay.
To take the backup of the server, sir.
Which one?
It's like taking snapshots and
That is
recovering
so
data
state.
from.
That is the VMware course. It is not Linux course. Even in the cloud computing, backups are easy because snapshots concepts are there. But how can you take the word snapshot of the physical servers? So we cannot take the word snapshot of the physical servers. So when the server is running on virtual, then people will take the word snapshots. When the server is running in the cloud, people will take the word snapshots.
Not just I asked this one because
No. It is not a part of Linux course.
So that is not a part answer. Yes.
So even you are the AWS engineer, right? In the AWS environment, what is the solution of the snapshots?
There is a service for snapshots, sir.
What service?
Just we have to enter the
Tell me what is the
we can do it through the database, the there is a service that AWS has for backup, and you take backup for your.
That's what I'm asking. What is the what is the service for taking the what snapshots?
Snapshot manager?
No.
No, it's DLM.
Huh?
EBS.
EBS. Actually, under EC2, EBS concept is there. Under EBS, snapshots are there. So I mean, creating snapshots for the volumes. Correct, Ada?
Yes, sir.
Because the volumes are virtual, it is possible. But volumes are, for example, you have a physical hard disk. Then how to create a snapshot for the hard disk? We cannot. You need to maintain the word backup means another physical hard disk. But virtually only snapshots are possible.
And sir, what about the cron jobs, sir, here?
So cron jobs concept is not completed?
I don't think it's not covered till now.
Okay, then I will take the word tomorrow. Two concepts. One is proxy server, another one is cron jobs. Then no issue.
So I asked this one about the backup service because all clients. I asked personally. I asked this one because
no. So personally means even here somebody is asking containers. So some people will asking the word snapshot. Some people will asking the word one website registration. So multiple requirements for the students. But I will cover the word only as per syllabus. But cron tabs are the what Linux concept. So if I not complete, definitely I will take it tomorrow. Okay, but you have a good knowledge in the Linux because so many lectures are completed, around 30 to 33 PDFs in your hand. So based on knowledge that, so you will go for the what further requirements.
So how does Apache comes into this HTTPD?
Today concept is Apache HTTPD.
So Tomcat is different from Apache HTTPD?
Yeah, Tomcat is a application server. Got my point? Tomcat will be act as web server and also application server. But mostly Tomcat mainly purpose of the application server. You want to host web applications, then Tomcat is good idea. But Tomcat will be covered mostly in your DevOps lectures. Because at the Maven time or Git or Jenkins time, definitely Tomcat server, application server is required. So maybe your sir will be covered Tomcat server at that time.
No, we did it. We did Tomcat. So I was just like, because he said it's Apache also. So now we are doing Apache, and I did not hear Tomcat coming up. So I wanted to know the relationship, how it comes in.
Even see in the AWS environment, Elastic Beanstalk service is there. In the Elastic Beanstalk, Tomcat also is there, because Elastic Beanstalk responsibility is the what? Tomcat deployments. I mean application deployments only. So that definitely Tomcat is required at the time. So try with Elastic Beanstalk, Tomcat in AWS environment.
So
So
can we
even
run Nginx on Red Hat?
yeah, we can run the what Nginx also. You can install the what Tomcat also. We can install the what other even Oracle OPI web server also. We can install the what multiple web servers, no issues. But companies are mostly use Apache HTTPD or Tomcat, or Windows people Microsoft IIS. But only one web server, because all are running with port number 81. So we cannot run the what multiple servers with port number, same port number. So that's why people are running with what same port number. I mean with only one web server. But you want to install another web server on different host, then we can do it. See, we have multiple solutions, guys. Even Amazon web services take instances and run the what different services with different deployments. Okay, your DevOps is not completed, right?
No, sir. We are
It's
going through
running.
that course, but
It's running. I mean, it's running means SAR will take the what Tomcat. Don't worry.
no, apart from your course, where I'm finding the AWS a little bit complicated. For each small service, there is a very big process. In convention, this one
So
and that.
as per my knowledge, AWS is very easy, because everything is what graphical user interface deployments, but more theory is there. But you must to know each and every service. But when will you understand about when will you understand AWS services? If you have good knowledge on the what previous IT experience, then only you will get the what good knowledge on the what cloud environment.
That's
Because
true.
am I true or not?
Very true.
You don't know the previous IT work experience, then definitely it is a little bit critical. But myself, AWS is very easy, because I have a good knowledge on the virtual environment, good knowledge on the what Linux, good knowledge on the DevOps tools and everything. Now I know how to grab the what infrastructure on the AWS with very fast and quickly. But you
That's
don't know the what knowledge on multiple technologies, previous technologies. That's why a
indeed.
little bit critical. That's why you will train up more and more and do the practice more and more. Definitely you will get it.
Yes, sir. That's why we are in this course. That's why I came. That's why we're
See,
Definitional.
even I have covered a lot of things in the Linux. So I'm guaranteed no one is covered this kind of content. So now you will go for the what with Linux admin syllabus content with jobs. Because in the real time, people are managing the what Linux servers with this syllabus only. I have covered a lot of things. Am I correct or not?
That's true, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
when that CPU patching comes into picture,
CPU,
yeah, CPU
it is
patching.
not hardware concepts.
Okay, like
Okay.
it's on the top of
So
application.
are you looking for Linux administration or DevOps engineer role?
Yeah, DevOps.
Then CPU is a hardware engineer, network engineer. That kind of people are doing the what things. So please be focused on the what DevOps engineer. But while DevOps engineer role, but you are ran the what something like on the Linux. But I have covered the what lot of things in Linux related. Even this syllabus is more for the DevOps. But when will you struggle with Linux server? With help of this syllabus, easily to resolve the what your issues in the environment. So please be focused on DevOps first. And don't go for again in the work the initial career of the roles, hardware engineer, network engineers like that. You are looking for higher level of roles.
So,
We
sir,
are just
separate team will be there for that patching and all you're saying.
Linux administration means definitely Linux patchings are required. But I told you already concept about Linux patch.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.